What is up, Internet? iPod One reviewer here with another installment of Interviewing a Gamer, and today I have LG. What's up,
Yep.
LG? Go on and
Hey, how you
introduce
doing?
yourself, buddy.
Hey, world, what's good? It's your boy LG, and I'm back here with iPod One reviewer. And thank you once again for letting me be on your show. Your show,
Definitely.
yeah, and interviewing a
So,
gamer because wait. Last I checked, I am a gamer, right? Let me check. I think that qualifies. I think. Wait. I think this qualifies. Yeah,
nice.
that qualifies. Sorry, cheap and shameless plug. Go Kwamba. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. But go ahead. Sorry, I'm just playing.
Hey, you know what? This segment is all for gamers to basically get that that one-on-one to be able to get their, opinions out there and to be heard, basically. Um, you know, hopefully, maybe it could help people to, I mean, I'm not saying, hopefully we can grow this segment to a point to where we can have people view your channels that otherwise would not have seen your channels.
Hey, I appreciate it.
That's
It's
basically
always an avenue. That's the point of YouTube is everybody to work together, and that's something that it makes YouTube special. And I definitely like the idea, so I'm ready. Fire,
exactly.
fire away.
All right. So, first question is what brings you to YouTube?
Ooh, what brought me to YouTube? Back in the day, a long time ago, back in 2008. No, I'm playing. No, I'm playing. But no, real talk. Back in 2008, I just looked at YouTube. I was mainly looking at videos, and I felt I had something to share. As far as music wise, um, you know, and I just started doing it in 2009. I put out my first video. Just went there, just being able to share, willing to share what I had, what the world, and to help other people um, that have that same goal and dream and talent or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, what is your ultimate goal here on YouTube?
Well, my ultimate goal is actually to be from. It's like a twofold thing. One, to have my channel out there. Maybe along the ranks with PewDiePie. Maybe.
Oh,
Uh,
you gotta say it right. It's PewDiePie.
oh Lord, don't I did it close enough. Okay, that's close enough. I'll take it close enough because PewDiePie's cool, but I don't want to do
He
it
is
like that.
cool.
But no, to be out there with that, but to be in a more positive way, to more. I'm not saying that a lot of these bigger YouTubers don't do it. Well, actually, I am kind of saying that they don't do it because a lot of them don't do it. But to help, to be a little bit more of a help to other smaller YouTubers and to be more active in the community and have my own community, which I'm actually working on now with the Dynasty Network. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, we know that you're a gamer and that you're passionate about gaming. Tell us something that we may not know.
Well, this is kind of along the lines of you might know if you go on my channel. I'm a big musician, heavy in music. Been doing music since I was a church boy, since I was little, church boy. You know, like they say, knee high to a duck's butt. But I was doing music, and like I said, when I fell in love with video games, that was also one of the other aspects of video games that I fell in love with is the music, and kind of led me to want to do remixes and make my, since I was already doing beats, I wanted to do remixes as well.
Okay. So, do you feel that it is important to finish games 100%?
Whew, well, seeing how I have a lot of games that I have not finished 100%, I say it depends on what game it is, and you know, it can be very important depending on the game, depending on what type of games you play. It can be because there's a lot of secrets hidden in video games that the people take the time to do. So if you can, I say if you can, this is the safe answer. If you can, 100% it. If not, as close as possible.
Okay. Are you a trophy hunter? Why or why not?
Ooh, well, That would depend. If you were talking to me about maybe a few years ago, I would probably, when I first got my 360, I would probably say, yeah. I do like the achievements, the feeling of you achieve something. Now it's kind of like, not so much. Yeah, it not necessarily, because it's really a lot of the achievements that they want you to get is like it's super hard, and you got to really devote your time to it. And it's like some of them you would never get. Like some of them you would never understand. It like Xbox 360 had those secret achievements that nobody would know about before. If the internet never existed, nobody would know about it unless it was hearsay. So it's like, a lot of it's good to have you to keep playing the game, but I don't consider myself necessarily a trophy hunter like that.
Okay. So, what do you feel is more important? Hardware, software, or sales, and why?
Ooh, yikes, that's a good question. Because they're all intermixed. They really do mix well. I think if I will put it in order, if I may answer this question, put it in order, in my personal opinion, from least to greatest, would be, I would say, um, software, hardware, then sales. Software, you gotta make sure your games is good. Make sure the game. First off, the game itself is a good game, not buggy. Sonic 06. You not make sure your games are at least playable, enjoyable, and relatable to some degree. Hardware is next, because you got to have a decent hardware to play it on, for the whatever that you're trying to go for. So many times we've seen it all the time with different ports of games getting dumbed down from certain ports because of limitations, especially from like games back in the day. They used to have like arcade ports, like games like Marvel vs. Capcom, and Metal Slug, that had big arcade ports, great graphics, but when it got over to the console version, it was dumbed down. For example, Marvel vs. Capcom, the arcade version, you can switch characters, but when you played the PlayStation 1 version, you were stuck with that one character because they didn't have the memory for it. The PS1 didn't have enough memory for it. So hardware is definitely an important thing. And last but not least is the sales. Sales doesn't, to me, it doesn't necessarily make it a good game. Just because a game says platinum hit or bestseller, um, it doesn't necessarily make it one. And Sonic 06, I'll go back to that example. They can make that a bestseller because a lot of people buy it, but if it doesn't have good software and good hardware, then the sales aren't really gonna be as high as you want them to be, I think.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on the gaming community today?
Um, in one word, diversity. That's if I could just put one word on it, but very diverse, very depending on where you go, um, it's definitely very competitive, depending on who you talk to, what arena you get into. Um, I've seen different types of players, being in professional gaming a little bit, and in casual is definitely a big difference between the two. Um, and it's definitely very, like I said, very diverse. You got people that love to give information out, which is a good thing. There's people that don't mind giving out information. There's people out there that want to share secrets, Easter eggs, thoughts, game theories about the game. I definitely think that's something that's very vital. And I think without the gaming community as a whole, people that buy into the games and that do all the lore, that read into the lore, the game theories, and the frame data and all that stuff, there wouldn't necessarily be any games. So I think diversity and cooperation are the two best things that come to mind.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on the future of gaming?
Whew, man, it's gonna be crazy. It is gonna be nuts. I'm excited because it's gonna be nuts. A lot of things are coming. The Oculus 3D Rift thing that I was actually fortunate enough to test out one time, and it's amazing. That it's definitely thing coming. The 3D gaming, virtual reality is definitely a thing that's coming. Um, the motion sensor gaming, that's already here with the Wii and the Kinect and all of that good stuff. So I definitely think the future is going to be a very, very futuristic type future, if you will. It's going to be very what we've been looking for or looking forward to, like the days of Tron. For those that seen Tron and looking forward to those days, I think those days might be coming upon us a little bit sooner than we think. So I'm excited about the future of gaming, actually.
Okay. Retro or current gen and why?
Oh man, nothing beats retro. I don't know. It's kind of hard to pinpoint because I like both. um, you know, I like the nostalgia of the old games that, it's like, oh yeah, I remember this game, and I remember when this gave me so much trouble, and I remember I could never beat this part because there was no instruction manual or no tutorial level of how to play. And then you got the new games that have the amazing graphics, amazing music, um, and all of this stuff that's encompassed everything and just completely upgraded. But if I had to choose just one, I would definitely go for the nostalgia factor in the retro a bit. I definitely like the retro mainly just because of the nostalgia factor, which I know that's probably been said before, but I definitely like the nostalgia. Definitely like the teachable moments. I think a lot of those games, a lot of the retro games have a lot of teachable moments regarding patience with NES games that were extremely difficult and never had a clear instruction manual, especially if you didn't buy the game, buy the game. And if you rented the game, you were pretty much, you rented Mike Tyson's Punch Out. You were pretty much having to figure out things for yourself. That's what happened with me. I'm speaking from experience there. So um, I didn't know about the Super Punch until like later on in life, so it was crazy. So I think I would go a little bit more toward the nostalgia of the retro games.
Okay. And then last but not least, is there anything else that you would like to add? Like, for instance, anything you want to say to the gaming community?
Ooh wee.
LG spin on it.
Oh man. A whole lot of stuff. Stop. So first thing first. Stop crying about stuff. Look, we got a voice. Use it. Don't cry or whine about stuff. If you really don't like a game that bad, or you really don't like something that bad, just don't don't waste your time on it. Just okay, do what you got to do. Get your money back from GameStop or wherever you got it from, and just move on with your day. Don't try to force your opinion down somebody else's throat. Um, Gamers are really bad for that. If somebody doesn't like Call of Duty, you can't bash them because they don't like Call of Duty. I think personally, Call of Duty is one of the reasons why I'm burnt out on FPS to begin with, but we're gonna leave that alone. But I definitely think that if you put the time into it, it's definitely something that's worth it, especially for the professional gamers or the esports communities. It's definitely worth it. Excuse me. It's definitely something that's definitely I would say worth doing, and definitely try to open your horizons a bit. Don't be so focused on just one genre of game or one game to where that's it. It's cool to have a favorite series or a favorite this or that. It's cool, but don't let it go to fanboyism. That's what I don't want. It's the fanboyism just gotta go. It's gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Just cut it. So and just keep it gaming. That's all you gotta do. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. Have fun.
It seems that people forgot what that's about.
You're right. Yeah, you're definitely right. I definitely think people forget that gaming, first off, is supposed to be fun. Yeah, people are making money off of it, but if you can't at first enjoy the game that you're playing, um, which leads me to my cardinal rule: don't ever, especially for those that are trying to be competitive gamers, if you are trying to get into a game and you're not feeling the game, just don't try to force the game. Don't force it. Just chill out. And just watch. You know what I'm saying? You don't take away the fun from the game. It's yeah, people are making money off it, but if you, it's, you got to remember it's enjoyment first. If you don't enjoy the game, then you're not going to want to play it. Then you're going to start, having, you know, all of these arguments with other people who might love the game. So, and you don't want to get beat up over that. So, folks is crazy nowadays. So,
Mm,
folks will shoot you over, talking about their favorite game. But
it's
yeah,
bad.
leave the fanboyism at home and just keep it gaming. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Well, I thank you for being a part of the segment of interviewing a gamer. Always good to get gamers' perspectives on certain topics. So it's been a pleasure.
Indeed, indeed. I definitely enjoyed it. I appreciate you thinking about me to do it. I appreciate it. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
definitely.
special. I'm special. Yeah. No, but I'm good. I appreciate it. Definitely, I do.
Okay. And to those of you out there that are watching, if you would like to be a part of the Interviewing a Gamer segment, be sure to hit up Miss K at Soldiers That Game
Oh,
Facebook page as well as Twitter, and that's SOLDIERZ That Game, one word. Be sure to tell her Lynn sent you, and that is where we solicit for being on the segment. So,
yeah.
um, again, thank you, LG,
Thank you.
and thank you to the viewer as well. And
Thank you, viewer.
as LG said, keep it gaming.
That's it.
Enough said.
That's it. That's all you
All
can do.
right, guys, take care and be safe.
Peace.